bienvenidos. Hi guys. It's been a while, at least for me, that I've been standing in front of the camera to film for you guys. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate. I am chilling. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm chilling. It took a lot for me to come here to film because I really was going to take off this week. So as you can see from the title, today I wanted to do my intro to my makeup rehab. So that way I don't do the intro in January, at the end of January, and lose out if I do purchase or use up anything in January. So I wanted to do the intro today on here. So I'm going to talk to you guys about what exactly I am doing this year, what I'm tweaking from, or 2023, what I learned in 2022 that I'm either going to carry on or change for the new year. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Okay, so if you are not familiar with a makeup rehab, this is basically a low-buy series, but instead of me just giving myself a bunch of rules and trying to figure out what to do, I kind of guide myself throughout the year. I was very successful last year in this, and I really enjoy it. And now that I see what you guys like to see in this series, I know how to prepare myself for the end of the year, so on and so forth. So I have 10 rules here today, and every video will have all these rules down in the description box. I do it for every one of my project pans and this series. So if you are ever lost or wondering what I am doing, all of my rules are down in the description box. And this was inspired by the beautiful Steph. She's the one that I believe created this. I will have her channel linked down below as well. I think she's bringing hers back yet again this year. I'm not sure. But a lot of people have done this in 2022, which is a lot of fun to watch. So I'm happy that this is something that's catching on because it's fun and it's catered to your own personal goals and what you want to do with your own low buy. Okay, so here are my rules, guys. Rule number 1, this is going to go from January 1st all the way to December 31st. Last year I split it between 2 sessions. I think I can handle doing a year's worth now mentally. I did that purposely in 2022 just because I wanted to give myself shorter goals to not fail. And I feel like in 2023, I can do the whole year. So I'm going to do the whole year from January 1st to December 31st. Rule number 2 is June is my birthday month, and that will be my free month. I'll tell you this right now. I will fail if I do not give myself a little bit of a leeway, and I'm giving myself my birthday month. I think that's fair enough. It's in the middle of the year. I didn't go bad last year, and I think that's why, because I gave myself freedom. That's the month where I can buy what I want or what I've wanted without getting penalized for it. It is my birthday month. I'm not going to punish myself on my birthday month and not be able to get myself something because now I'm like basing it off of my credits and so on and so forth. So I'm only giving myself that month alone. Every other month, I have to follow my own rules to the T. Rule number 3, PR gifts and any gift buying as well as replacements do not count towards anything of this series. So if I get PR, if I receive gifts, or I am buying gifts for others that involved any beauty products, replacements as well, which you guys, there are a few categories where I'm down to 1 or 2 items. So I can see myself getting replacements this year. They are not going to count. They're not going to count. I was very successful this year in 2022 with that because there was a category where I completely used everything up, and it took me months to realize that maybe I do want 1, and I only bought 1, and I'm content with it. So it was successful for me, and I'm going to keep it that way. Rule number 4, I'm sorry. And rule number 4 is 1 credit is gained for every product I use up. So it doesn't matter what makeup product it is. I do not include anything but makeup in the series. No skincare, no body care, none of that. So if I use up a product to its amount that I can use it, as far as I can use it, that considers to be 1 credit being brought back to my bank. If I hit pan on any product, it doesn't matter what kind of makeup item, whether it's a face product, an eyeshadow product, no matter what it is, I get half of a credit brought back into my bank. I don't have any category where there is a no buy. I don't specifically hold myself back in not buying any categories. That just naturally comes to me. Last year, or this year in 2022, I bought 0 complexion products. And I don't feel like I need to have a no buy in any category because I've mentioned it at the end of this series that the only category I allow myself to go crazy on is eyeshadows, as long as I control the rest of my makeup collection. And I've done very well with that. So I don't have a no buy category. I'm good. I'm good. Single shadows. Okay, so here's the one rule that I do want to put in here. I didn't mention this last year, but it was a rule of mine. If I buy single shadows, I don't count them as one thing unless it is 3 or less. Because if I buy 4 or more, they're considered a palette for me. They're either a quad, a quint, or a genuine palette. And typically when I buy singles, I don't buy 1 or 2. I normally buy a bundle, a set. So there's more than 3 in it. So because of that reason, I am telling myself that if I buy a single that is 4 or more in a set, or 4 or more individuals that I purchase, it's considered 1 credit taken away from me. Not necessarily 10 because I bought 10 eyeshadows, because that's not how I buy single eyeshadows. I don't buy a lot of single eyeshadows. Honestly, I think I only bought from Sydney Grace in 2022, and they were all bundle sets or in mystery bags. So I did not buy them with just 1 or 2 in mind. Now, if I do, then it counts as a 1-2 credit taken away. But I just want to make that clear. So if I buy like a set of eyeshadows, that's considered 1 credit because it's in a palette form. It'll stay in a palette form, and that's how I bought them, as a palette. Another rule that I want to make clear that I didn't make clear last year, 1 credit equals 1 product. So just because I have 20 credits in my bank, that doesn't mean I have $20 to spend. My credits are not dollars. They're just credits. They're not considered dollars in my bank. So if I end up with 40 credits, that doesn't mean I have $40 only to spend. That's 40 credits. That means 40 individual items can come in no matter what the cost is. I want to make that clear because I know some people were confused about that. This year, I intended to do this last year and I did not do it. Here's another rule. I am, obviously I'm going to still share with you guys all of my empties, all of my pans. And this year, I want to share with you guys any PR that I do get. I want to be transparent as far as that. And I'm intended on doing that in 2022. And I completely forgot about it. And I wasn't going to remember 1 month and forget the next month. So I'm going to remember that any PR that I do get, I will share with you guys. Again, PR does not hinder my credits because it's not something that I sought out and purchased with my own money. But I do want to show you guys what I get, so then you guys see the amount that I get. So I do want to, include that in here. And of course, the last one is, you guys want to hear how many credits I am going to have this year. So I thought about this long and hard, and no joke, as I'm writing these down, these rules, I changed my credits 3 times. 3 times. I started out with one number, lowered it, and even lowered it even more. So I ended up thinking, okay, so because I am pretty good at not buying so much lately, I want to challenge myself, but not torture myself. I had to find a good balance between both. I want to be able to make this a little bit difficult for me than last year, but I don't want this to be torture. I don't want to start out with 0. I think that's dumb for me because I don't need that much control as far as purchasing in my life, as far as makeup items. So I thought, well, why not give myself 1 credit per month of the year? So I'm going to start out with 12 credits this year. 12. I thought about doing 15, but then you know what? I was like, you know what? Let's just do 1 credit a month. I think 12 is reasonable just because I know my shopping habits, and I already can tell you that in January and February, I don't buy anything. I really don't buy anything unless it's a replacement. So I feel confident to start out with 12 credits. So that is 12 single items I can bring in starting as of January 1st if I choose to do so. But of course, I am not going to do that. Now, you guys love to see at the end of the year what I purchased, my thoughts on all the purchases. So I'm going to have a specific list that I will keep track of anything that I purchase throughout the year. So that way at the end of the year, I do not miss anything, because I know I'm pretty sure, and one of you guys have pointed out a palette that I forgot to include. There's a few palettes that I said it very clearly at that video that I may have forgotten some things, and I did. I'm sure I did. So I'm going to try to make it as error proof as possible to not forget anything. So I will write everything down of each month and keep track of it. So at the end of the year, when I share with you guys all of my purchases that I did of 2023 and my thoughts on them, whether I declutter them or not, I have it as best as I possibly can at the end of the year. All right, guys, so that's all that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this is a lot of fun for me. I enjoy it because it's like one of you guys had told me, this shares my empties. It shares my purchases without having to do a haul or an empties video. This is a lot more fun, and it still keeps me in check to an extent, without me feeling like I'm restricting myself to a no buy or to specific low buy, and then I'm like torturing myself for it. I still have some sort of leeway, but it's still controlled at the same time. So that's all that I have for you guys today. If I did forget anything, I will put it down in the description box. I'll pin it as a comment because I'm sure I most likely forgot something. I'm silly like that. I'm still like tired from playing with the kids. My kids have so much energy. Like at every second of the moment, they need something to do. So I am tired. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am tired. So my brain isn't all there yet. I may have forgotten something. So everything you need to know will be in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you are doing a makeup rehab series, a low buy series, so then I can follow you guys along, see your rules. Maybe you guys have good rules that I should know about. So let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know. So thank you guys so much for watching. More videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.